Welcome to the iHistory channel. Today we delve into the intriguing story of Newfoundland. Our journey starts in the 11th century with the adventurous Norse explorer Leif Erikson. Born into an era of exploration, Erikson was the first European to set foot on North American soil nearly 500 years before Christopher Columbus. The land he discovered was Newfoundland, a rugged island off the eastern coast of Canada. Fast forward to the 17th century, and England, with its insatiable appetite for expansion, sets its sights on Newfoundland. The island's rich resources, including its abundant fisheries and vast forests, proved irresistible to the English. In 1616, the first English colony was established in Cupid's Cove, now known as Cupid's, marking the beginning of English colonization. Newfoundland's strategic location, nestled between the Old World and the New, also played a significant role in its allure. It served as a gateway to the vast expanse of North America, a critical advantage in the era of exploration and expansion. The English, recognizing this, quickly established the island as a critical outpost in their burgeoning empire. Over the centuries, the island's population grew and its economy thrived thanks largely to its rich natural resources. Fish, in particular, became a cornerstone of the island's economy. The cold, nutrient-rich waters of the North Atlantic proved ideal for cod, and Newfoundland quickly became one of the world's leading suppliers of this valuable commodity. But with growth and prosperity came challenges. As an English colony, Newfoundland was subject to the ebb and flow of English politics and economics. The island's fate was, in many ways, tied to the motherland, a connection that would shape its future in ways no one could predict. Thus, Newfoundland began its journey as a valuable English colony, its fate intertwined with the motherland. And as we'll see in our next segment, that journey would take some unexpected turns, leading to a decision that would forever change the course of Newfoundland's history. Until then, stay curious, stay informed, and stay tuned. As the centuries rolled by, Newfoundland began to yearn for self-rule. The mid-19th century bore witness to this growing desire as Newfoundlanders began to push for a responsible government. This was a time of social evolution and political change, and the island, rich in resources and steeped in potential, was ready to take its place on the world stage. By the year 1855, Newfoundland had achieved responsible government. This meant that the people, through their elected representatives, were now able to govern themselves. It was a significant step, a stride towards autonomy, and marked the dawn of a new era. However, the road to independence was not without its bumps. As Newfoundland embarked on this journey, it found itself facing the harsh realities of global conflict. When World War I erupted, the young Dominion, like many others, was dragged into the fray. The war took a heavy toll, both in terms of human lives and economic stability. Despite these challenges, Newfoundland persevered, and in 1907 it was granted Dominion status. This was a monumental occasion, a testament to the resilience and determination of Newfoundlanders. But as they say, every silver lining has a cloud. The joy of independence was soon overshadowed by the onset of the Great Depression. The Great Depression hit Newfoundland hard. The economy, heavily reliant on exports, was crippled, unemployment soared, and the government found itself burdened by a staggering amount of debt. Despite its newfound autonomy, Newfoundland was struggling, and the dream of independence seemed to be slipping away. And so, Newfoundland found itself a free nation, yet burdened by financial woes. The road to independence had been a challenging one, fraught with trials and tribulations. But as we shall see in the next chapter, this was not the end of the story. For Newfoundland, the journey had just begun. The hardships of independence led the people of Newfoundland to consider an unthinkable option. As Newfoundland grappled with the challenges of sovereignty, it became clear that the road to independence was fraught with obstacles. The island's economic instability and political unrest created a fertile ground for a radical proposition: joining Canada. In the year of 1948, Newfoundland found itself at a crossroads, with its future hanging in the balance. Two referendums were held, marking a pivotal moment in the nation's history. These referendums were a reflection of the intense political debates that gripped the nation. The first referendum, held in June of 1948, saw a close result. The question at hand was whether Newfoundland should join the Canadian Confederation, continue as a British Dominion, or return to responsible government. The people were divided. The results reflected this division, with no option receiving a majority of the votes. This led to a second referendum in July of the same year. This time, the option to continue as a British Dominion was removed, leaving the people to decide between joining Canada or returning to responsible government. The debates raged on with passionate arguments on both sides. The results of the second referendum were as close as they could be, with the decision to join Canada winning by a narrow margin. It was a decision that would change the course of Newfoundland's history forever. This was a moment of profound significance. The people of Newfoundland, having tasted the bitter fruits of independence, chose to surrender their sovereignty. It was a decision born out of necessity, a decision that was as pragmatic as it was poignant. The referendums of 1948 were not just about political alignment, they were about survival. They were about a nation choosing its own destiny, even if that destiny meant relinquishing its independence. In a twist of fate, the free nation of Newfoundland chose to surrender its independence. It was a decision that would set the stage for the next chapter in Newfoundland's story, joining the Canadian Confederation. On the eve of 1949, Newfoundland embarked on a new chapter as the 10th province of Canada. This wasn't merely a change of political status, but the beginning of an era of integration, growth, and stability. The terms of union weren't simply signed and sealed, but rather the result of arduous negotiations. Canada agreed to assume Newfoundland's considerable public debt and provide annual subsidies to help with the province's economic difficulties. In return, Newfoundland would become a full-fledged member of the Canadian Federation, its people Canadian citizens. However, the transition wasn't without its challenges. There were considerable cultural differences between the mainland and Newfoundland. The Newfoundlanders, with their unique dialect, traditions, and way of life, initially felt somewhat detached from their Canadian brethren. But as time passed, these differences began to dissolve, leading to a gradual integration into the Canadian fabric. This integration was facilitated by the efforts of both the federal and provincial governments. Infrastructure projects, such as the Trans-Canada Highway, linked Newfoundland more closely with the rest of Canada. Educational and healthcare services were improved, and the fishing industry, the backbone of Newfoundland's economy, was modernized. But perhaps the most significant indicator of Newfoundland's successful integration was its acceptance of the Canadian dollar. The Newfoundland pound, once a proud symbol of independence, was replaced by the Canadian dollar, symbolizing the province's commitment to its new federation. There were those who mourned the loss of independence. They viewed the union as a capitulation, a surrender of sovereignty, but the majority saw it as a necessary step towards stability and prosperity. Newfoundland was grappling with a multitude of challenges: economic instability, high unemployment, and inadequate public services. The union with Canada offered a way out, a chance for a better future. Newfoundland had traded independence for stability, a decision that would shape its future. The province has come a long way since 1949. It has grown, evolved, and prospered, all while retaining its unique identity. The union with Canada wasn't an end but a beginning, the beginning of a new chapter in Newfoundland's rich and fascinating history. The decision to join Canada had far-reaching implications for Newfoundland. In the aftermath of the union, Newfoundland's economic landscape underwent a transformative shift. Prior to the union, Newfoundland had been grappling with a struggling economy. The Great Depression of the 1930s had left the nation in a state of financial turmoil. However, by joining Canada, Newfoundland gained access to federal funding and programs, which spurred economic growth. Infrastructure development increased, industries flourished, and the standard of living improved considerably. Beyond the economic sphere, the union also had profound social implications. Newfoundlanders retained their distinct cultural identity, a blend of Indigenous, English, Irish, and French influences. The preservation of this unique culture was made possible due to Canada's multicultural ethos, which values and respects the cultural diversity of its provinces. This not only fostered a sense of pride among Newfoundlanders, but also enriched Canada's cultural mosaic. Moreover, the union had a significant political impact. As part of Canada, Newfoundland gained a stronger voice in the political arena. It now had representation at the federal level, enabling it to influence national policies and decisions. This was a stark contrast to its previous status as a dominion where its influence was limited. The transformation was not without its challenges. Some Newfoundlanders were apprehensive about losing their independence. However, the promise of economic stability, cultural preservation, and political influence outweighed these concerns. Over time, These apprehensions faded as Newfoundlanders began to see the benefits of union. In retrospect, the decision to join Canada was a pivotal moment in Newfoundland's history. It marked the beginning of a new chapter, one characterized by economic prosperity, cultural vibrancy, and political empowerment. The impact of this decision continues to reverberate through the annals of Newfoundland's history, shaping its present and future. Newfoundland's choice had indeed made a significant impact. With the passage of time, Newfoundland's unique decision continues to resonate. As the years roll by, the echoes of Newfoundland's decision to renounce its independence and join Canada still reverberate in the hallowed halls of history. It stands as a unique chapter in the annals of global politics, a testament to the power of choice and the resilience of a people. The ongoing debates surrounding this decision are as vibrant and as varied as the Newfoundlanders themselves. Some view it with pride, seeing it as a pragmatic choice that secured a better future for their homeland. They argue that joining Canada brought economic stability, better infrastructure, and improved services, and thus was a decision well made. Others, however, harbor a sense of nostalgia for the independent Newfoundland that once was. They fondly remember the days of self-governance and yearn for the distinct identity that was theirs alone. This sentiment is a poignant reminder of the deep-seated love Newfoundlanders have for their land and heritage. The significance of Newfoundland's decision in Canadian history cannot be overstated. It marked the first and so far the only time a nation voluntarily gave up its independence to join another. It was a moment that showcased the allure of unity, the strength of shared values, and the promise of a better future that comes with collective action. In joining Canada, Newfoundland didn't lose its identity. Instead, it added to the rich tapestry of Canadian culture, injecting it with its unique flavor. Its history, its character, its people all contribute to the diverse and vibrant nation that is Canada today. The legacy of Newfoundland's decision is not just confined to its impact on Canadian history, it has also shaped Newfoundland's identity in profound ways. The decision to join Canada is a defining moment in Newfoundland's history, one that has influenced its path and shaped its destiny. It's a part of who they are, a part of their collective memory. Newfoundland's journey is a testament to the power of choice and the resilience of its people. This legacy continues to inspire, reminding us that the course of history is not always dictated by wars and conquests, but can also be shaped by the power of choice and the resilience of a people. The Great Emancipation of Newfoundland is a tale of a nation's courage and pragmatism. We've journeyed together through the birth of Newfoundland, its road to independence, the referendums, and its eventual decision to join Canada. This story, marked by resilience and adaptability, teaches us that the course of history is not always forged by conflict, but can also be shaped by mutual agreement and collective will. The impact of this decision is still visible today, shaping the socio-economic landscape of Newfoundland and Canada at large. The legacy of the Great Emancipation is imprinted on every facet of Newfoundland's society, reminding us that history is not merely a series of events, but a collective narrative of choices and their consequences. As we conclude, let's remember the enduring spirit of Newfoundland, a testament to the power of unity, sacrifice, and foresight. Thank you for watching the video. Subscribe to the iHistory channel, like and share. Also, don't forget to activate the notification bell.